All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing something a little different. We're not pranking anyone, no crazy stunts, just pure, unadulterated travel vibes. We're talking about the Great White North, the land of maple syrup and hockey, Canada. Get your passports ready because we're about to take you on a wild ride through the top 100 places you absolutely have to visit. I'm talking breathtaking mountains, crystal clear lakes, vibrant cities, and enough natural beauty to make your head spin. This isn't your average travel guide though. We're keeping it real, we're keeping it fun, and we're definitely keeping it Dobrik. So buckle up, smash that like button, and let's jump right into it. First up on our Canadian adventure, we're hitting up Banff National Park. This place is like straight out of a postcard, no joke. Imagine towering mountains, turquoise blue lakes, so clear you can see the bottom, and more wildlife than you can shake a hockey stick at. We're talking about hiking trails that'll take your breath away, kayaking adventures on Lake Louise that'll make you feel like you're in a movie, and maybe even a bear sighting or two. Don't worry, we'll keep our distance. Seriously though, Banff is a must-visit for any nature lover. The air is fresh, the views are epic, and you might even see a moose strolling down the street. No, but for real, this place is the definition of Instagram-worthy. Next up, we're headed to a place that needs no introduction. You know it, you love it, it's Niagara Falls, baby. This ain't just some waterfall, guys. We're talking millions of gallons of water plummeting over a cliff every second. It's loud, it's powerful, and it's guaranteed to leave you speechless. You gotta do the boat tour, the one where they give you those bright yellow ponchos. You'll get soaked, but trust me, it's part of the experience. Plus, you'll get the best views of the falls from down below. And if you're feeling extra adventurous, you can even go ziplining across the Niagara Gorge. Imagine soaring through the air with the falls roaring in the background. Talk about an adrenaline rush. Chapter 4, CN Tower, touchdown in Toronto. All right, guys, buckle up. We're headed to Toronto, Canada, home of Drake, the Raptors, and this absolute unit of a tower, the CN Tower. Seriously, this thing is massive. You can see it from like everywhere in the city. We're talking 553 meters high. That's like taller than a giraffe standing on top of another giraffe, on top of like 10 more giraffes. You get me? So obviously we had to go to the top. The elevator ride up was crazy fast. My ears were popping like crazy, but the view from up there, you guys, totally worth it. It's like the whole city just sprawls out beneath you. You can see everything. The Rogers Centre where the Blue Jays play, the islands on Lake Ontario, even freaking Niagara Falls in the distance on a clear day. It's wild. You guys got to check it out. Chapter 5, Old Quebec, bonjour from the past. Next up on our Canadian adventure, we're taking you guys to Old Quebec. Picture this, cobblestone streets, cute little cafes, buildings that look like they're straight out of a history book. It's like stepping back in time. Well, we're talking seriously old school vibes here, like horse-drawn carriages, old school. We even saw a guy dressed up like a musketeer, which was kind of random, but also kind of awesome. We spent the day wandering around, checking out the shops, trying some poutine, because duh, Canada, and just soaking up the atmosphere. Oh, and the architecture. Don't even get me started. So many cool details, like these intricate carvings and stuff. It's crazy to think how old some of these buildings are. Definitely Instagram worthy for sure. Chapter 6, Jasper National Park, where the wild things are. All right, guys, get ready for some serious nature porn because we're headed to Jasper National Park. This place is basically Canada on steroids. Massive mountains, crystal clear lakes, glaciers, forests. You name it, Jasper's got it. We're talking breathtaking scenery everywhere you look. Like, you could literally just spin around with your eyes closed, stop, and boom! Instant desktop wallpaper. And the wildlife? Dude, we saw it all. Elk, deer, bighorn sheep. We even saw a bear from a safe distance, of course. Natalie was freaking out. It was hilarious. We spent our time hiking, kayaking on this super blue lake. Seriously, it was like photoshopped blue. and just taking it all in. If you're looking for an escape from the city and want to connect with nature, Jasper is the place to be. All right, guys, buckle up because we're headed to Vancouver Island, and let me tell you, this place is the definition of epic. It's like stepping into a dream where nature and adventure collide. Imagine like the coolest vibes you've ever experienced, but then multiply that by like 1,000. The energy here is just off the charts. Seriously, first up, the beaches. These aren't just any beaches. We're not talking about your average, everyday beaches, okay? These are like something out of a movie with crystal clear water and sand so white it'll blind you. It's like paradise on earth. I'm talking about like Tofino and Long Beach, legendary spots for surfing, chilling, and just soaking up the sun. These places are iconic, drawing surfers and sunbathers from all over the world. Whether you're a pro surfer or just want to relax, these beaches have got you covered. And if you're an adrenaline junkie like me, you're going to love the outdoor adventures this island has to offer. We're talking ziplining through ancient forests, kayaking with whales, and hiking trails that'll take your breath away, literally. Imagine paddling alongside majestic whales or soaring above the treetops. It's pure exhilaration. And the hiking trails, they wind through some of the most stunning landscapes you'll ever see. It's like stepping into a whole other world. The forests here are mystical, almost magical. So pack your bags, grab your friends, and get ready for an unforgettable adventure on Vancouver Island. Trust me, this is one for the bucket list. The memories you'll make here will last a lifetime. It's so good, you might even catch me moving there. The island life is just that appealing. Okay, maybe not, but it's that good. The charm of Vancouver Island is irresistible. So, what are you waiting for? Vancouver Island is calling your name. Let's go. All right, guys, let's switch gears for a sec and head over to Prince Edward Island. This little gem is tucked away on the east coast of Canada, and it's got a vibe all its own. You know, that place with the red dirt and the whole Anne of Green Gables thing? Yeah, that's the one. It's like stepping into a storybook with its iconic red soil and lush green landscapes. Now, I'll admit I'm not usually one for, like, historical stuff, but even I gotta say, this place is pretty cool. The history here is rich and fascinating, with every corner telling a different story. It's like stepping back in time with charming little towns, lighthouses around every corner, and seriously stunning scenery. The villages are picturesque, almost like they've been frozen in time. But the real star of the show here is the coastline. The views are absolutely breathtaking, with endless stretches of beach and the sound of waves crashing against the shore. We're talking miles and miles of red sand beaches, dramatic cliffs, and these crazy rock formations that look like something out of a dream. It's a paradise for nature lovers and photographers alike. Plus, you can go whale watching, kayaking, or just chill on the beach and soak up the sun. There's no shortage of activities to keep you entertained. So, yeah, Prince Edward Island might not be the craziest place on the list, but it's definitely worth a visit. It's a place where you can slow down, take a deep breath, and just enjoy the moment. It's the perfect spot to relax, recharge, and maybe even learn a thing or two about Canadian history. The island's peaceful landscapes are perfect for unwinding and finding some inner peace. You know, if you're into that kind of thing. And even if you're not, the beauty and tranquility of Prince Edward Island will surely win you over. All right, guys, get ready to shred some gnar because we're headed to Whistler, the ultimate winter wonderland. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm more of a beach bum myself, but even I gotta admit, this place is pretty awesome. We're talking about like the best skiing and snowboarding in the world with over 8,000 acres of terrain to explore. And I'm not talking about some bunny slopes, all right? This is the real deal with black diamond runs that'll make your heart race and powder so deep you'll disappear. But Whistler isn't just for winter, okay? In the summer, this place transforms into a mountain biker's paradise with miles of trails winding through forests and mountains. Plus, there's hiking, ziplining, golfing, you name it, Whistler's got it. So whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, Whistler is the perfect place to embrace your inner adrenaline junkie. Just try not to get too crazy, all right? I don't want to be responsible for any broken bones. Okay, maybe just a few, just kidding. All right, guys, buckle up because we're headed to the Bay of Fundy, a place so crazy it's hard to believe it's real. This isn't just any bay, it's a natural wonder that will leave you absolutely speechless. Imagine this, you're just chilling on the beach, right? Then bam, the ocean disappears. One moment you're sunbathing and the next the water is miles away. Okay, not literally disappears, but it feels like it. The water recedes so far out, it's like the ocean is playing a magic trick on you. See, the Bay of Fundy has these insane tides, the highest in the world, like over 50 feet high. That's taller than a 4-story building. It's a natural phenomenon that you have to see to believe. It's like the ocean is playing hide and seek, going out for miles and then rushing back in. The speed and power of the tides are just mind-blowing. You can literally walk on the ocean floor at low tide. It's wild. Imagine walking where just hours before there was deep water. It's like stepping into another world. And if that wasn't cool enough, the Bay of Fundy is also a whale-watching paradise. It's one of the best places in the world to see these magnificent creatures up close. Humpbacks, minkies, finbacks, you name it, they've got it. These whales come here to feed, play and put on a show for lucky visitors. These majestic creatures come here to feast on the abundance of food brought in by those crazy tides. The nutrient-rich waters make it a perfect feeding ground. Imagine seeing a whale breach with the dramatic backdrop of the Bay of Fundy. That's a vlog right there. It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience that you'll never forget. So yeah, the Bay of Fundy is like something out of a movie with its mind-blowing tides and incredible wildlife. It's a place where nature shows off its most spectacular tricks. Definitely add this to your Canada bucket list. You won't regret it. Whether you're an adventure seeker, a nature lover, or just looking for a unique travel experience, the Bay of Fundy has something for everyone. Yo, what's up, Vlog Squad? We're about to explore Grosmorne National Park, and let me tell you, this place is straight out of a fairy tale. Imagine towering mountains, sparkling fjords, and dense forests all just waiting to be explored. It's like stepping back in time, except with better Wi-Fi, hopefully. Grosmorne is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and for good reason. It's home to some of the oldest rocks on Earth, like seriously old. We're talking billions of years. It's like a giant natural history museum. You can hike through ancient canyons, kayak on glassy fjords, and camp under a sky full of stars. And if you're feeling really adventurous, you can even try rock climbing or rappelling down those massive cliffs. Just kidding. Maybe stick to the hiking trails, unless you're like a professional daredevil. But seriously, Grosmorne National Park is a must-see for any nature lover. It's the perfect place to escape the city, breathe in some fresh air, and maybe even see a moose or two. Yo, what's up, Vlog Squad? We're heading over to Peggy's Cove in Nova Scotia. The most picturesque little fishing village you've ever seen. I'm talking like straight out of a postcard, you know what I mean? You've got those colourful houses, the rugged coastline, and this iconic lighthouse just chilling on the rocks. It's like walking into a painting, but real life. You know how much I love a good photo op, and let me tell you, this place is Instagram gold, no filter needed. We're going to try to find the best lobster rolls too while we're here, because why not? We're meeting up with a local fisherman who's going to show us around, maybe teach us a thing or two about catching lobsters. Hopefully I don't end up in the water again. Remember what happened last time? All right, let's do this, Peggy's Cove. We're coming for you. All right, Vlog Squad, buckle up because we're about to enter a world of pure magic and flowers. We're talking about Butchart Gardens, this massive garden on Vancouver Island with over 900 varieties of flowers. It's insane. They got these crazy themed gardens, like an Italian garden, a Japanese garden, even a freaking rose garden. And get this, there's a carousel. Who doesn't love a good carousel, am I right? Natalie's going to freak out. She's obsessed with flowers. I heard they even got fireworks at night. So you know we're going to stick around for that. Imagine fireworks over a garden. How epic is that going to be? All right, time to stop and smell the roses, literally. Let's go explore. All right, Vlog Squad, time to get our history on. We're in Ottawa, Canada's capital, and we're checking out Parliament Hill, the most important government building in the country. It's like the White House of Canada, you know what I'm saying? It's got this crazy Gothic architecture, all these towers and spires. It looks like something straight out of Hogwarts. Apparently, there's a whole bunch of history here, like important meetings and stuff, but honestly, I'm just here for the views. We're going to try to sneak a peek inside if we can. Maybe meet the Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau. He seems like a cool dude. All right, let's go see what's up with this Parliament Hill. All right, guys. Number 18 on our Canadian adventure takes us to Cape Breton Island. I've always wanted to visit an island, and this one is huge. And the best part, the Cabot Trail, it's like this epic road trip route that goes all around the island. Imagine this, you driving with the windows down, music blasting, and then, bam, jaw-dropping views of the ocean, cliffs that look like they're from a movie, and forests that go on forever. Seriously, it's like driving through a postcard. Plus, you gotta check out the culture. Cape Breton Island is known for its Celtic vibes. Think fiddles, kilts, the whole shebang. I'm talking tealids that'll make you want to dance even if you have two left feet like me. So yeah, Cape Breton Island, Cabot Trail, breathtaking views, and a whole lot of fun. Definitely add this to your Canadian bucket list, trust me. Okay guys, buckle up because number 19 is wild. We're talking Churchill, Manitoba, the polar bear capital of the world. You heard that right, polar bears? Like the giant, majestic creatures you see in documentaries. Imagine this, you're cruising in a tundra buggy, right? These massive vehicles built to handle the terrain, and you're surrounded by snow and ice. Then, out of nowhere, a polar bear just strolls by. It's huge, like bigger than you'd ever imagine. And it's not just polar bears. Churchill is also home to beluga whales, Arctic foxes, and even the northern lights. Can you imagine seeing the aurora borealis dancing across the sky while a polar bear chills nearby? That's next level stuff. So yeah, Churchill, Manitoba is the real deal. It's like stepping into a whole other world. You got to see it to believe it. All right, everyone. For number 20, we're switching gears and heading to Okanagan Valley in British Columbia. This place is like Napa Valley, but with a Canadian twist. Picture rolling hills, sunshine galore, and vineyards as far as the eye can see. We're talking about award-winning wineries producing some seriously delicious wines. I'm not just saying that, they're actually famous for it. I love a good time, and what's better than sipping on a crisp Sauvignon Blanc while overlooking a vineyard? But it's not just about the wine, although that's a major plus. Okanagan Valley also has these stunning lakes, perfect for swimming, boating, or just soaking up the sun. Plus, the food scene is off the charts. We're talking farm-to-table goodness, fresh produce, and local delicacies that'll make your taste buds sing. So, if you're looking for a place to relax, indulge, and enjoy some seriously stunning scenery, Okanagan Valley is calling your name. All right, guys, next up on our Canadian adventure, we're headed to Vancouver. No, not to hang out with Ryan Reynolds, sadly, but to check out a place that's even more nerve-wracking than being in a video with me. Get ready for the Capilano Suspension Bridge. This thing is insane. It's like 450 feet long and hangs, wait for it, 230 feet above the Capilano River. Imagine looking down and seeing like a million trees. That's what we're talking about here. Now, I'm not scared of heights or anything, but walking across this thing, you can definitely feel it sway. It's like the bridge is saying, hey David, I see you down there, don't get any funny ideas. But you know me, I had to mess with the vlog squad. So picture this, Zane's in front of me, freaking out as usual, and I decide to jump up and down a little. Let's just say the GoPro footage is shaky, and Zane almost had a heart attack. Classic. All right, guys. We're switching gears from historical buildings to something even older. Dinosaurs! We're at the Royal Ontario Museum in Toronto, and let me tell you, this place is dynamite. They've got a massive dinosaur exhibit here with skeletons of all shapes and sizes. I'm talking T-Rex, Triceratops, even a Stegosaurus. It's like walking into Jurassic Park, but without the whole being chased by a dinosaur thing, hopefully. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I felt like a kid in a candy store. I mean, who doesn't love dinosaurs? They're huge, they're extinct, and they make for some epic Instagram photos. Of course, I had to get a picture with the T-Rex. I even tried to fit its entire head in the frame, which was impossible. That thing is massive. I'm talking bigger than Jason Nash's ego, and that's saying something. Oh, dinosaur fans? Get ready to step back in time because we're at Dinosaur Provincial Park in Alberta. This place is like walking onto the set of Jurassic Park, but without the danger of being chased by a T-Rex, hopefully. Seriously, this place is a goldmine for dinosaur fossils. They've found bones from over 50 different species here, and you can actually see some of them sticking out of the ground. It's crazy. You can hike through the Badlands, explore the museum, and even go on guided fossil digs. Who knows, you might even discover a new species of dinosaur. Imagine being able to name a dinosaur after yourself. That would be legendary. All right, guys, let's go hunt for some fossils. Maybe we'll get lucky and find a T-Rex tooth or something. All right, guys, buckle up because we're heading to the Hopewell Rocks in New Brunswick. You know, those crazy rock formations that look like giant flower pots? Yeah, those ones. They're right on the Bay of Fundy, which has the highest tides in the entire world. No, seriously, I'm not kidding. This place is insane. Imagine this. You're walking on the ocean floor looking up at these massive rocks taller than a house. Then bam! The tide comes in and the whole place is underwater. It's like nature's magic trick or something. You've got to see it to believe it. Trust me, you'll be screaming "Vlog Squad" all the way to the top of those rocks. Well, maybe not all the way to the top. Safety first and all, but you get the idea. Next up, we're taking a trip to Winnipeg, Manitoba to check out the Canadian Museum for Human Rights. And let me tell you, this place is seriously impactful. We're not talking about some boring history lesson here, guys. This museum is all about sharing stories of hope and resilience from people all around the world. You'll walk through exhibits about everything from the Holocaust to the fight for LGBTQ+ rights. It's a lot to take in, but it's so important to learn about these things. All right, guys, buckle up because we're about to hit up Thousand Islands National Park. You know what that means? It's island hopping time. We're talking about over 1,800 islands, each one more unique than the last. Imagine this. Crystal clear water, lush green islands, and historic castles peeking out from the trees. Yeah, you heard me right, castles. This place is straight out of a fairy tale. We're going to rent a boat, cruise around, and maybe even find a hidden cove to chill at. I'm talking swimming, fishing, maybe even a little cliff jumping if we're feeling adventurous. And the best part? The sunsets here are insane. Imagine golden hour hitting those islands, painting the sky in a million different colors. I can already picture the Instagram pics. So yeah, Thousand Islands National Park, you definitely don't want to miss this one. It's the perfect mix of adventure, relaxation, and seriously epic scenery. Get ready to have your minds blown. Yo, Vlog Squad, get ready for some serious East Coast vibes. We're heading to Cape Breton Highlands National Park, home to the legendary Cabot Trail. This isn't just any road trip, guys. It's like driving through a postcard. Imagine this: rugged cliffs plunging into the ocean, forests bursting with fall colors, and whales breaching just off the coast. Yeah, you heard me, whales. We're talking about panoramic views that'll make your jaw drop. We're going to cruise along the Cabot Trail, blast some tunes and soak in all that natural beauty. Maybe even stop for a hike or two, because trust me, the views from the top are even more insane. Cape Breton Highlands National Park is the definition of epic, guys. It's got everything: adventure, stunning landscapes, and that chill East Coast vibe. Get ready for an unforgettable experience. All right, guys, buckle up, because we're about to dive into Quebec City's citadel. We're talking serious history here, people. This place is old, like older than your dad's jokes old. Built in the 17th century, can you believe it? But here's the kicker. It's not just some dusty old fort, it's still an active military base. Imagine soldiers walking around in full uniform with like muskets and stuff. Okay, maybe not muskets, but you get the point. And the views, don't even get me started. We're talking breathtaking panoramas of the St. Lawrence River and the city skyline. You could spend hours just chilling here, soaking it all in. So yeah, Quebec City's citadel, definitely worth adding to your Canadian adventure list. Trust me, you won't regret it. And there you have it, my friends, the top 100 must-visit places in Canada. We've seen stunning mountains, epic waterfalls, charming cities, and even hung out with some polar bears. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to pack my bags and start exploring this beautiful country all over again. But before I go, make sure to smash that like button, hit subscribe if you're new, and let me know in the comments what your favorite place in Canada is, or if you've been to any of the spots on our list. Until next time, peace out.